back to the Honest Sooners podcast. Take 2, because of Stooge number 1 over here. His iPad died.
I forgot to charge. I'm not organized.
Unprofessional. We're never going to get paid for our podcast if you keep this up.
Well, especially with your picks. So,
Well, I'm not trying to get paid for my picks. I'm trying to get paid just for this podcast. Some
I'm
for
trying
advertisement.
I'm trying to get paid for picks.
Yell a little louder. We can't hear you.
Really?
I'm turned up. You might just have to get a little bit closer and just talk a little louder.
Is that better?
That is a little bit better. All right. Well, we already had an opening and it died, so I want to hear you again with.
It was a great pick
on OU versus Nebraska.
Great score that you predicted. You predicted 45-14. It's 49-14. So you're really close.
Yeah, and I always had full confidence in it.
And I was right too, though. I said OU would win if they survived the first, and they would be fine after that. And I was right too. So
let's just jump right into it then of OU.
Yeah, we need to. I still think our QB needs to play better. He missed a lot of.
Wasn't gonna jump that fast into it.
You want to keep bragging about your score, or
no? I want to talk about kind of quarter by quarter here. We don't even really have to go quarter by quarter because it was a blowout, but our team kind of faced its first. I mean, yes, we scored only 3 points in the whole first half of Kent State until the last drive of that half. But this is the first time that we actually faced adversity. I mean, a little bit. It was
because
we get the ball and 3 and out.
Did we go 3 and out, or we?
No, I think there was a first down. I think we got a first down, and then we punt it. They score immediately, and then all of a sudden it's really loud in there, and it's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Jeff told me yesterday at the card shop that he's been to a lot of games and he's never heard a stadium as loud as Nebraska.
Oh, did they go to the Nebraska game?
Yeah. He said the noise was just unbelievable.
I will say my father-in-law also went to the game, and he said it was the loudest, almost the loudest he heard. He said he doesn't think anything will ever beat OU Texas last year of how loud we were. And that was only half the stadium, so that's really impressive.
Yeah.
But
he said
yes,
he said it was the loudest he's ever.
I heard it was super loud, 3rd and 7, and Gabriel takes it to the house and never heard a peep from him again.
It was history after that.
Yeah. So, I gotta admit, I was a little worried for a second.
I was not worried. Like I said in the podcast, I was not worried we would lose. I just thought it's going to be a whole lot tougher than what people thought. But then I did say, if we survive that first quarter, because they were so ramped up, the Nebraska fans were, and that's exactly what we did. And we answered when we needed to, and then it was history after that, like you said. I just think, Gabriel, he needs to, he overthrew a lot of balls.
Yeah, he left a lot of yards out there and a few touchdowns. I think that screenplay to Gray, or I think it was Gray, on 3rd down. Me and you both were like, that's to the house if he makes that catch. There's a deep slant to I think it was Theo Wees that he missed, and then he missed kind of another slant to Mims that probably went to the house. And the weird thing about it, they're kind of selling on him. The throws are just really high.
Yeah, I think all 3 of those, like you said, would have been touchdowns too. So
yeah, and so we definitely left some yards out there. Oh, and that one into the end zone, I think it was also either to Theo Wees or
Braden Willis, or
no, it was one of our wide receivers. But that one that he line drived in there, and even the wide receiver was like, he looked at Gabriel and was telling him like, throw it up. Yeah. You don't send it that hard in there.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think too that that hasn't been talked about that I've seen. Of course, I don't. I've been pretty busy this week. Um, I didn't see. I mean, what really impressed me from the last two games, our offensive line looked like they had a chip on their shoulder.
oh,
I
they were
mean,
moving people.
they
It's
were
been talked
they.
about.
I know Nebraska's weak on defense, but they looked totally. I mean, totally changed, man.
I
The
mean,
offensive line, give them credit, man, because
yeah,
they were plowing people. They had
yeah.
an attitude.
Another person
So
blocking again. I don't know if you rewatched the game, but if you look at Dylan Gabriel's run down the field, guess who else was blocking for him? Braden
Braden,
Willis.
Braden Willis,
I don't know who pissed off Braden Willis in the offseason, but somebody did.
yeah, he looks really good.
Somebody he must have read something somewhere about how he doesn't block or that he's not very good because that boy has came in with his head on fire.
Yeah, yeah. So my MVP would be, probably the offensive line in that game, and
Yeah.
then I mean, because we just kept saying how much of a change it was, but granted, it's still Nebraska's defense, but
Still
they
Division
look
One players.
and a tough
Division One
place to
players on a
play.
Power Five team.
And a tough place to play. I
Yeah.
mean, so
So
they did really well without penalties, and it was
all
just a
those
really
guys on the other side on that sideline are on scholarship too. So
yeah, it was just a really clean game. So
yeah, my MVPs are going to go to the linebackers. Really
Xanax,
not Xanax, connect. Um, that guy's going to be a stud.
dude,
I
he
mean,
was
he
all
already
over
is
the
one.
field. Yeah,
But
he was all over the field.
talk about a guy that took advantage of the playing time that he got after White was got the targeting call.
So we got some. I'm going to interrupt real quick. We got some constructive criticism on our our uh, our podcast last weekend from your Mimi.
What did she say?
She said, "Stop cussing,"
That's you. I've never said a bad word on this podcast.
and she said, "We're talking over each other." Like all the whole show, we're talking over each other. So just FYI,
I will say it is the most viewed episode we've had.
it was. It
Yes.
was. So you need to. So basically, you need to stop cussing and wait until I'm finished, then you talk.
I have never said a bad word on this podcast. I keep it kid friendly.
Mm.
You're the one
Then
that
quit.
calls me. You're the one that calls me bad words.
Well, maybe you need to stop interrupting me then. But anyways, go ahead.
Defense looked great. Defense looked fantastic. I mean, no complaints from the defense. I feel like we still have a little PTSD of Lincoln Riley. And here's the thing. I tweeted it out yesterday. I may have tweeted it out, but this defense is the same defense, minus or plus maybe a few different people that Grinch was coaching. Like Brent Venables' guys aren't in there yet. I mean, Connect, that's Brent Venables' guy, but for the most part,
And to me, they look a whole lot better coached than
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Grinch. I
mean,
mean,
Brent Venables has and staff has turned this team, this defense. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they got him to buy into it and why Grinch couldn't do that. But I would say the coaching staff, what they've done with this defense is amazing. I mean, in year one, this isn't even Venables' guys.
well, we discussed it earlier in our podcast about what Winfrey thought. So that's obviously being shown right now, because Winfrey did not like his position he was playing and thought he was playing out of position. And
I mean, but
now,
look at not only him, but
so
look at Billy Bowman.
well, that's what I'm saying. So how many do we know that we're actually way out of position? So we're starting to see it now.
Here we are.
But we still got a long ways to go. Just
We
like
do. I'm just saying that the
Coach
turnaround
Reed.
on this defense has looked good. Our PTSD from Lincoln Riley is still going to stand, especially with Kansas State. Kansas State has won 2 of the last 3 and only lost by 6 last game or last year. So I mean the PTSD for Kansas State is going to be real, but
well, for some reason, they play us tough all the time. It seems like, and they always have one of those little bitty backs. So Deuce, is that
Deuce Vaughn
I
is
think,
still the guy.
and then you got Martinez, that's been a quarterback for 20 years in the college football.
Yeah, he's
So
old.
I think this will be a great test for our defense. I mean, this is be our first real test, in my opinion.
Stop the
Uh,
run.
Stop the run. Yeah, that's their main focus. Stop the run. And I will say, not only do they play us tough, but Kansas State fans, they'll show up too on the road. They bring them. So
I
you'll see
think
a lot of purple and white.
yeah, I don't the atmosphere for OU after a big win and it's a night game and with the new lights and I think it's going to be
It's gonna be rocking.
it's going to be pretty loud and I think
I sure hope it cools down by then too.
it's supposed to be 98 degrees
I know.
all the way up till about 7 o'clock kickoff time.
Yes, I know.
Kickoff is supposed to be about 89 and then it drops. Luckily it's 7 o'clock, so I mean we're getting the night game. So unfortunate our seats are the last section to get changed. But hopefully we maybe get some cloud coverage like we did last game. Last home game. So I mean with Nebraska, not much to talk about. I mean I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I've actually there's two times that I will stop listening to sports radio and ESPN and stuff like that. That is once after an Oklahoma loss, I will stop listening to it, and kind of right now, I don't want to get too hyped on them. People have changed their opinions. Of course, don't get me wrong, OU fans still have the receipts, but you got all these guys. You have freaking Colin Cowherd coming out and saying that OU's the number 2 team in the nation behind Georgia. He's the same guy that I think had us ranked like 15th or 20th or something like that.
I don't think we're that good.
And then, what did you say?
I don't think we're that good yet.
No, I mean, outside of Georgia,
yes.
I don't really think Georgia has. I mean, they played Oregon, but outside of Georgia, I think it's a toss-up. Really, I mean, I like our chances with everyone, and I mean, this is a homer pick, but it's an honest homer pick. I would like to see us play Georgia.
Well, I mean, oh, geez, what?
I'd like to see us play Georgia.
You're killing me.
I'm not saying we're going to win.
Absolutely killing me.
I think that we're better than what we were.
Anyways, so I would.
So why play the games then? Give Georgia the national championship.
You made me lose sidetrack. I mean, I got to figure out what I was going to say.
Give Georgia the national championship then. Let's not play any more games. They're the best team. Give it to them. No need to play.
Well, I'm not saying they are the best team, but I'm not saying we're the right team to play them right now.
I'm not saying right now.
So, I mean, anyways, dang it, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's not that hot of a take.
So, yeah, you blew my mind away thinking we can compete with them right now.
Same way I blew your mind with telling you that you should be more worried about Kansas than Nebraska.
But I will say that OU, the next 3 games are going to be we'll know a lot, even with other teams. College football starts really Saturday, I believe. I mean, we've had a couple of great games.
But we get conference play, and conference means a little bit more.
Yeah, but I'm talking, there's some good teams, Kansas State come to us, we go to TCU, and of course the OU Texas game. But not only us, we'll get a good idea about what the rest of the Big 12 is going to do too over the next 3 weeks. So,
all right. So, since we finished up with OU versus Nebraska and kind of OU Kansas State, what you got for the score?
I'm looking at probably 33-20
each. So they cover.
Yeah, I think they cover. I mean, that's what scares me. So anytime I say they're going to cover, you better worry.
I'm going with 42-7.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're getting cocky now.
No, Kansas State's not that good. I don't think. I think Casey Thompson is better than Martinez, and Martinez can't throw the ball down the field.
About choked on my water when you said that.
Well, I'm not the only one that thinks that. I mean, it's also proven. I mean,
Dude, you got an
Texas.
8-year quarterback, and then
Correct, that can't throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field.
well, I
Little
mean,
college Dak Jr.
you got Deuce back there that can scoot.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have to run on both of them. I think
I don't
what we're
know
gonna
much.
I
I
think
don't
what
know
we're gonna
much about
see
their
is a lot
defense.
of what's their heads were running. Kent State.
Oh yeah.
Just because both of them can run and both of them's not afraid to run, and the way that Kent State ran it, I'm surprised that Nebraska didn't run something very similar to that. I mean, because they ran it well. I mean, it was that bend don't break defense. But I mean, going back, and I know we don't like to go back. I think we saw a lot more with our offense and defense. I think we showed that our defense has been kind of vanilla, and that we can get out there and what Urban Meyer says is cause chaos. That's what he calls Brent Venables' defense is tame and chaos, and
Yeah.
that chaos defense showed out.
And Bosworth came out this week and said we're swarming like we never have before in Lincoln Riley's era too. So,
Which is true. I mean, we're
yeah,
wrapping up. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that every guy makes the tackle, but it's different this time because when one guy misses the tackle, there's three guys behind him.
it's definitely going to be a fun game.
Do we even have defensive backs?
Don't know.
I mean, they're not. The only way we used to know them is by them giving up big plays,
Yeah,
and they haven't
true.
given up any.
True.
It's like they don't exist.
That is true.
On a good way. Usually they don't exist because there's no one guarding someone downfield, but they're not giving up big plays, which I think means a lot.
We were impressed on that one dude. I think it was number 3 for us, defensive back, that just plowed that running back or receiver, and he was a lot tight end. He was the tight end. He was a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he lit him up pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our picks of the weeks. You're up 2 on me. I don't know what the score is, but you're up 2.
Hold on a second. Can you reach out your hand real quick?
Oi.
Go ahead and pat that.
You on the back?
I need you to pat that real quick.
You got lucky.
No, pat it real quick.
I can't reach. My iPad's way up there.
Oh my gosh.
You're just mad. You're just mad because you don't have one of these.
Dude, I'm 3. I was 3-0. 3-0. You lost one game by 30-something points again.
Who?
So,
Who lost by 30?
Just saying. I have to go back.
North Texas lost by like 20.
No, I think that's who it was. They lost by like 30.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's what happens when I take a bet on a team that I don't know anything about,
But I went 3-0.
3 in a row again. This is the first time you went 3-0.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to pat.
You can't say again.
Instead of pushing that damn laugh button, you could have been patting me on the back.
I wish they'd update this. All right, who you got on the first one? Since you're leading, you go first.
Well, I got my phone. Will it let me get off and look at?
No, it won't let you get off.
Let's see.
Let me see if mine.
Well, I do have 2 pro picks. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals, and
we got to talk about Dallas Cowboys too after this.
I'm going to ride the Detroit Lions bandwagon. So
what are the Bengals?
Bengals are -3 or 4, I think, last time I saw. And they are, and then I've got the, who did I say?
Bengals are -6.
What?
Yep.
Starting off at 4.
They're -6.
Well, I'll still take them. He gone. This is just a great show. He gone. Host will be here soon. Don't know if this is still recording or not. He gone. Because he started looking at his phone when he told me not to. So, anyways, I'm going to go with the Bengals -6. And then I'm going to take the Detroit Lions +6 in pro. And then my NCAA, I'm calling an upset. And I'm going to say Arkansas. I'm going to ride the Arkansas train. They go into Texas A&M and beat the Aggies. So Arkansas +2. And my lock is the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's my lock. So waiting on Zach still. I don't know what's happened to him. There he is. He gone. He back.
I don't know what happened. I got kicked
So
off.
I guess why we were still recording, right? Or
We,
not?
we were recording. You were going.
Okay. Then I don't need to repeat my picks. They already heard them. If you want to listen to them, you can.
Oh my goodness! I was helping you out, trying to figure out what your lines
Well,
were.
I've got Arkansas. I'm riding the Arkansas train again. They're in a
Oh,
+2 over Texas A&M. And then I got the Bengals as my lock, and the Detroit Lions as my other one. So what's your picks?
mine is, man.
Oklahoma.
Did you see the Iowa State?
I'm going with Oklahoma. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna do the homer pick. Take Oklahoma.
Do you like? Did you look? Did you see the Iowa State favored 2.5 over Baylor?
I did see that. That scared me though.
Yeah. What are they? My first one, I'm going to take Kansas. I'm going to ride the Kansas train. Never thought I'd say that in my life.
They're actually favored probably for the first time ever
I
in
can't hear you.
years.
You're frozen. I'm frozen.
Are they favored?
They are by 7.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're first time in years.
It is a sellout
Oh wow!
at Kansas.
Good for Kansas.
First time since they sold out since 2019 against Kansas State. The last sellout before that was in, I think they said 2010 or something like that.
Maybe that can be OSU's new rival when we leave.
Kansas, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to take Kansas by 7 or more, and then my next pick is going to be.
I'm going to take OU to cover.
I really do like. I did like the Arkansas. You weren't supposed to give all your picks.
Oh, my bad. You can take it. Doesn't matter.
And I'm going to take Arkansas. No, you know what? We're going to do 2 homer picks here, okay?
Shocker.
I say not to bet with my heart. But I'm going to take Oregon State over USC. USC is favored by 6. Oregon State is at home. Oregon State has won 5 of their last 6 home games. One of them, I believe, being Utah. So
they get smoked.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking with you. I'm going to take Arkansas. I'm going to take Arkansas. The stat I did give you said that, and I will tell you that I think it was Joel Klatt that did take Oregon State in the numbers.
I will say this: if USC pulls this one out, they won't have a ball game until towards the end. UCLA and Notre Dame.
They already played UCLA, I thought.
No.
Oh, well, they play Utah next.
Well, they're not that good this year as we thought. So
I mean, it's still a ranked team. Anyways, and then I'm going to go with Oklahoma to cover the 12.5, and it's not even going to be close.
Shocker.
Crowd's going to be rocking. It's a night game. People are fed up with losing to Kansas State.
So you're going to keep taking them until they lose, and you're going to be satisfied then, or what?
Till they lose? I mean, they've already not covered for me before.
Yeah.
I was off by 2 against Kent State, I think. But
all right, so make up your mind. What are you going with? OU?
I told you.
Arkansas?
And Kansas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kansas, Arkansas, OU. Now,
all right.
Let's talk about your Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about our Dallas Cowboys now.
Cooper Rush.
Now that my boy Cooper Rush is playing and we have a different quarterback, it can be our Dallas Cowboys again.
All right. Jump back on. Don't let it hurt you.
I never ever jumped on. I was born into it.
Oh. So I just threw you on the bandwagon.
No. I was born into the bandwagon. You never threw me on.
So you were born in the wagon.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And therefore, I'm stuck there forever.
Maybe I should give you a little boot off the wagon because we've got a flat or something, and maybe they'll win a Super Bowl.
I'm trying to give you the curses, something. But anyways, Cooper Rush comes in, has a great first half. I'm going home. I decide not to go home, and it all falls apart.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't go home.
Yeah. The offense kind of got stale. The defense still looks great.
But defense looks really good for Dallas.
We can't ever have both.
I know. For some reason, Dallas cannot have both. But, man, their defense is solid this year. That's going to keep them in games. So,
yeah.
I like what I read. They said that if Dak comes back or when he comes back, just keep it vanilla like we did with Cooper Rush. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just keep it vanilla like we did. And our defense will keep us in it. So
Cooper Rush is what's going to lead us to the playoffs, not Dak.
That'd be fine with me as long as we get there and win at least one.
I'm taking. I want Rush right now. Give me Rush until he loses. Unless
I like it.
Unless now I say that give me Rush until he loses. Unless we're like on a 8-9 game win streak and he loses, like no, then we keep going with Rush. But if he wins this coming week against the Giants on Monday Night Football, then give him another game. I mean, obviously, because Dak's still going to be hurt. But if it comes up to Dak's 4 weeks and Cooper Rush is 4-0, we go in the next week with Rush.
I agree, but they won't. Mark it down. Won't happen.
I guess we'll find out.
And your Uncle Salami was right about the OU game too, just FYI.
He was. Because we're homers and you get mad at us for picking our teams to win.
Yeah.
I don't see you picking them to lose.
So, what else we got?
That is, what's worst take? Huh?
Worst take, I wish we could post pictures for the worst take.
Why?
Because the worst take is going to be my little rotten granddaughter and her soccer picture. She's going to be that child that sticks out her tongue and rolls her eyes or makes a face. And when I saw those, I just could not help but just crack up because it was priceless.
This is laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best take.
It could be, yes.
I just want her to, for the rest of her life, to always be that way.
it just brought back so, and I'm not kidding. It brought back memories of me photographing teams and groups. I'd always have to watch. You know, you always paid attention. Of course, she's two, but you always had to pay attention to the person in line that's getting ready to get up there because they're already talking to their buddies about we're going to do a finger or we're going to make a face, and so that kind of just brought flashbacks when I saw our little Miss Thea doing that, and just I mean, it was great. It was just priceless, man. That we got it on camera, and it just wasn't one picture. It was 4 or 5 of them, so in different poses. So, but yeah, you're right. It could be a good take too. Worst take would be I don't know, your 1-20 record right now. So
I'm only 2 behind you.
You got OU right once, so you're doing good.
And
here I was wanting to make money off of our picks, and like all you TikTokers are putting on there, we got to get better at our picks.
Well,
you have to get better.
Here's the thing about picks. It is hard. I make fun of people for getting such wrong picks. The people I make fun of, though, do it for a living.
True.
Not making picks.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying, like, some of your ESPN broadcasters and stuff like that.
You cannot work, and I cannot work, and we can just do picks.
I know, but I'm saying your ESPN broadcasters, your Fox people, these people that have big opinions.
Those guys are jokes.
They spend all day. This is their job.
The game I forgot about. That should be the worst take because right before the game,
you had 2 people Fox, pick, yeah.
And what was his name? He had to go to the booth once Gus went out. Brady Quinn.
I don't think I thought it was the 2 people that chose against us was Urban and Reggie.
I thought Brady Quinn picked 2017. I thought there's no way OU's only going to score 17 freaking.
No, the people that picked against us were Reggie Bush and.
Well, Reggie must have picked 2017.
And I think Urban Meyer both picked against us. Yes, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, especially when you're getting paid money to study these teams and have an opinion. Obviously, people they don't study.
I don't mind the upset pick like they picked, but thinking OU was only going to score 17 points was just an absolute
against
joke.
One of the worst defenses in all of Power 5
exactly.
football.
They haven't stopped anybody all season. Yeah. So what makes think they're going to stop in a high power offense like OU? So yeah, I'd give the worst take to Fox sportscasters or whatever they were. So.
All right, so I don't know how well this podcast recorded because it's telling us that one of us has low internet. It kicked one of us out. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have take 2 tomorrow or take 3 tomorrow if it doesn't.
Well, if you ever get off your rear and put it up sooner than on Saturday, maybe we'd know.
Well, I will try today.
So what's your latest collection?
I don't got anything. You got something?
Yeah.
I played our intro music too.
I don't know if I can flip it over.
Or out music. Can't see nothing.
Can you see it?
Oh, when did you get? You got that in today then?
Yeah, today.
No. Yeah, I don't got anything yet. But
and then then I got this, hung up. So.
Someone's gonna come rob you.
Yeah, don't let that happen.
You're showing everyone all your collection.
All right.
Wait, hold on. What's this weekend?
What?
What's this weekend?
I don't know. Some dork's birthday party. Birthday, I should say. He thinks he's always right.
I'm right about one thing so far, and that's the Oklahoma Sooners, and that's all that matters because this is the Honest Sooners podcast, and I have control of the button, so I'm just going to end it there.
Peace out.